Hey, you big bloody beautiful bastards, here's me face. Unless you've been living under a rock lately, most of you already know Elon Musk whipped out a contentious salute gesture bodily arm movement at the US presidential inauguration last week. Let's look at it again. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so he did that twice. And look, most of you have probably made up your minds in regard to how you see the salute gesture, whether you think it was his heart going out to Republican American voters and the people in the room specifically.
My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you.
Or you think it was a signal and a show of support for white supremacy, white power, and neo-Nazis.
Hey, Vineyard!
I reckon we can for certain say that it was belligerent. There was physical exertion due to the rapid movement. And there was conviction in it. His body language was not limp. The second one was a little limpy and floppy, but that first salute gesture, come on! It fucking burst out of the gates like bloody Farlap or Seabiscuit.
You and me, let's go, boy, let's go!
That gesture was busting to get out and to fly loose. Those are the elements we can have certainty with, because that's just our eyes looking at someone's body. That's the fact there. But critically analysing it beyond that, sure, that can get more complex. And it's been a little complex for old Ozzy Man, because don't laugh at me, I bought a Tesla Model 3 back in 2020, and it was a risky purchase in Perth, Western Australia 5 years ago. There were not many of them on the roads. One bloke would pick you up and just tell you that Teslas are cool, and that was it. And then you'd go collect it from a warehouse in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. So that was the process. It was the first car I ever bought brand new when I was 34. My previous cars were a Mitsubishi Red 1981 Sigma. That was great. A Holden Gemini, a used Toyota Corolla. That blew a head gasket within a month. What a fucking stitch up. A Ford Falcon, I bought that off Cindy, who worked at my dad's hardware store. That had about 400 kms on the odometer, more when I got rid of it. And a Honda Accord Euro luxury. Those were the cars before I became a Tesla wanker. Mitsubishi Sigma was the best. I'll debate that till the end. But yeah, look, I stood by it. No tailpipe emissions. I liked that. I liked the sustainability messaging. I like testing the battery technology over petrol. It's worth having a crack. I don't think these things are that progressive or pompous or exclusive to wealthy people. I mean, West Aussies drop like north of 100 grand on our utes and our four-wheel drives here in a heartbeat. So 50 to 60 grand AUD. I thought it was good value for the Model 3. Standard range, no add-ons, just the basics. And it was, you can tell. You can tell I'm hurting a little bit. It was a fantastic car, and it comes from a company that has lots of people and engineers working for it. It's not all Elon. I am aware of that. I'm not a complete dickhead. I'm a little dickhead, but not a big one. I couldn't shake the feeling driving in it for the last week that it's not fun anymore. It's soured. The feeling has soured. And in my humble opinion, it's because I think Elon Musk's salute gesture was dodgy as fuck. To say he didn't know what he was doing, it is a cop-out. To say it was a neurodivergent quirk, that might just be throwing neurodivergent people under the bus, to be honest. To say he was trolling and being an edgelord, you're getting triggered. Why are you so easily triggered? That just deflects too much responsibility on real-life damage that can come from this. Real-life damage such as an escalation in bigoted, prejudiced, outright racist behaviour. I mean, the other day there was like 16 self-confessed neo-Nazis out on the street in Adelaide. I guess they felt emboldened.
Do you accept that it's a neo-Nazi group?
Yes.
Right, so you've joined a neo-Nazi group?
Correct, proudly.
Why is that?
Because I'm a neo-Nazi, obviously.
Why even risk egging them on? Technically, we don't know if Elon is a neo-Nazi. He's not outright saying it, but to validate, enable, or pander to the values and ideologies of white power and white supremacy, which I do think he was doing with that salute gesture twice, it's enough for me to go, yeah, nah, you're cooked. You're cooked, mate. I don't want this in my general proximity at all. So the Tesla, I advertised it, I unpacked it, and I said goodbye to it. And I gave it my own blunt gesture. That means piss off. I hope it can't be misconstrued. I did post it in my IG stories and on Reddit, and that's been a bit hectic. It's fine if it looks cringe. I don't mind. I got 30k back. And I'm no longer going to be spending money on future services because there's a bunch of stuff that's out of warranty after 5 years. I won't be spending a monthly fee on the internet connectivity, the premium connectivity. It just makes Spotify work better, basically. I won't be spending any money with Tesla on that stuff. Look, people do it when they think a brand goes too woke. I'm going to do it when I think a brand goes too neo-Nazi. That's all it is. And I think maybe, and the reason why I'm now making a video on it is because I think Tesla owners might be the only path to a repercussion for him. Current Tesla owners might be the only ones that can yield a consequence for him, because I don't really see it happening from Tesla as a company. They seem to be quite silent on the whole thing. There was the projection on the Berlin factory. It just seems like it's not phasing them. They gave Elon the $50 billion bonus last year. The shareholders or the board approved all of that. And his gesture kind of had that vibe to it, that aura, like, I'm untouchable. Who's your daddy? I'm going to do this on the world stage. There'll be no consequence and I know it. So, I don't know. It might be a tiny little protest and you can say it's useless. That's fine. You can say, Ozzy Man, why are you dying on this hill? Why are you dying on the hill of the world's richest bloke? I don't know. I mean, let me die on it. Many more of us might die on it in future. I'm just getting ahead of it. Yeah, it's the Aussie way. We just run into conflict fast and immediately. So let me do it. And yeah, that's the story behind that. Current Tesla owners might cause a repercussion, but probably not. Anyway, I don't think he was doing it just to trigger leftist, libtard, woke people, okay? It felt like there was more to it. And yeah, an example of someone just being an edgelord or trolling with the gesture was PewDiePie back in 2017. Remember, he did it in a video and it caused the whole it contributed to the demonetization, the adpocalypse we called it, across YouTube, where creators were demonetized and advertisers were like, we don't care about the context. We don't want ads playing in front of that gesture. And PewDiePie, his response, it was up and down, but it was the context of someone who did it to be edgy. He had a conscience. He was saying, I know it's hurtful. I know the gesture can cause pain. That was the context of someone who did it to be satirical and it got out of hand. I don't see that with Elon. And if we are talking a lot about context, the my heart goes out to you gesture after the first salute is just cherry picking context. Because the context actually is he's in a political arena, in front of a live audience, in front of a politically charged audience. Doing that gesture in that context is nuts within itself. And he's talking about America being great and being the first with Mars and planting flags. You know, he's got the stars and the flag and saluting that. That broader context overshadows those 6 words, my heart goes out to you. All of that adds up to a nationalistic extreme context with the gesture thrown in there as well. So that's my opinion, and that's why I've gotten rid of the Tesla Model 3. And roast me all you like, that's fine. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. Yeah, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments what car you reckon I should buy. Maybe a Lambo. Maybe Supercar Blondie could send me a Lambo. We did that video together some years ago. When Lambo? Come on. Or a Mitsubishi Sigma, if anyone's got one of those in mint condition, approaching 40 years old and a midlife crisis, I might be interested in a Mitsubishi Sigma for old time's sake. It's funny how cars are emotional, aren't they? Like next to a house or something, it's a big emotional purchase and they end up embedding themselves in your identity. That's funny. Anyway, I have to get on my scooter, literally. I bought a scooter for $1,000. I reckon that's a good financial investment. So I'll get on my scooter and I'll piss off. It was funny actually this morning. There were 2 Tesla drivers that went past me and I'm standing at the lights with my scooter and my stack hat on. And all I could do was like a mildly repulsed face, like, oh. Like, oh, how does it feel for you? It didn't feel good for me, so I got rid of it. It's like, just do the hide the pain Harold face to Tesla drivers. Don't vandalize their shit. That's not good. But you can do hide the pain Harold, like, that's a bit, that's how you're feeling in there. Anyway, it's going to be a good comment section. Cheers, everyone. See ya. Bye.